Hello and welcome back to our channel, iConcept Sports. Today's video is about the 2023 Lexus RZ450e. The RZ is based on the e-tron architecture of the recently introduced Toyota bZ4X. It shares the Toyota's 112.2-inch wheelbase, but the Lexus is about 5 inches longer and fractionally lower and wider. This will comes in two trims, Premium with synthetic leather and the Luxury with ultra suede. 60 miles per hour in 4.6 seconds. Before we continue, we would appreciate your support by subscribing to our channel. This helps us bring more content to our viewers. We bring accurate information and we hope you can appreciate that. Electrification can be a catch-all term for hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and battery electric vehicles. If you think in terms of hybrids, Lexus is a long-time leader in electrification given that its RX hybrid dates back to 2005, making it the first hybrid from a luxury brand. But if you think of electrification as the move to EVs, the picture changes. Lexus is just now introducing its first EV, the RZ450e, in the U.S., and its underwhelming stats betray the fact that Lexus and parent company Toyota has been an unenthusiastic conscript in the march to battery propulsion. Within the Lexus family, the RZ is a few inches shorter in length and lower than the RX, while it sits astride the same wheelbase. Looking out at rival EVs, the Lexus casts a larger shadow than the Audi Q4 e-tron, Genesis GV60, Mercedes-Benz EQB, and Volvo XC40 Recharge, about matches the size of the Tesla Model Y, and takes up a bit less garage space than the Cadillac Lyriq. Without the need to feed air to a large radiator, the eye-searing Lexus spindle grille is absent, although the shape is mimicked in the sculpting of the front end. A small air inlet below suffices for the RZ's cooling needs, and it includes grille shutters. An optional illuminated Lexus logo in the nose of the car makes up for some of the missing bling factor. A blacked-out C-pillar is standard, and buyers can also opt for a more extensive two-tone treatment that has the roof, the center section of the hood, and the blanked-out front grille space also in gloss black. The styling overall is recognizably Lexus, with detailing that's more subtle than that of its showroom mates. The trailing edge of the roofline, which extends rearward jutting out from the body, constitutes the biggest design flourish, but that oddity is only discernible from the rear. Inside, we find a comfortable, welcoming space for 5. The rear seat boasts plenty of knee room and a flat floor. Narrow A-pillars and decently large windows make for good visibility. The RZ cabin offers minimal adornment, upscale materials, and typically impressive Lexus build quality. In keeping with the green theme, there's no leather upholstery option. The premium version features the brand's new luxe synthetic leather, while the luxury model gets a rich-looking ultra suede. Like the bZ4X, the Lexus offers radiant heating elements in the lower dash to warm front seat occupants' legs. The feature is optional on the premium, standard on the luxury. As a result, there's no glove box, but there's a cubby under the center console along with the usual covered bin and forward tray. A dual-pane panoramic sunroof is standard across the board, while the luxury's optional dynamic sky version gets electronically dimmed glass that goes from transparent to opaque. The driver faces a padded 3-spoke steering wheel or, optionally, a steering yoke. The latter gets a repositioned instrument cluster that's slightly higher and farther away. All versions have digital instrumentation. The RZ also introduces a dial shifter. The 14.0-inch touchscreen that's optional in the RX is standard here, and it incorporates most climate controls, including a touch slider for fan speed, and you will find knobs for temperature and buttons for the front and rear defrosters. You also select drive modes on the screen. There is, thankfully, a volume knob, along with a smattering of buttons on the center dash and console. Smartphone mirroring is wireless. Hey Lexus summons voice recognition to work the infotainment, navigation, and climate controls, provided the car has an Active Drive Connect subscription. Smartphone as Key functionality is another subscription-based feature, this one requiring Remote Connect, which also provides the ability to remotely start, stop, monitor charging, lock or unlock the doors, start the car, and set the climate control. Initially, the RZ450e will be offered in dual-motor, all-wheel drive form only. A single-motor version with front-wheel drive is likely to join later. Compared to its dual-motor Toyota sibling, the Lexus gets a more muscular front motor, which ups total output to 308 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. That's a healthy increase over the Toyota's 214 horses, and it compares favorably to dual-motor versions of the EQB, Q4, and the base GV60. But it's well shy of more performance-oriented dual-motor EVs like the Model Y, the Jaguar I-Pace, the Ford Mustang Mach-E, the higher-trim GV60, and the Lyriq. The RZ's battery pack is lifted directly from the single-motor BZ, and it's modestly sized with an estimated usable capacity of 63.4 kilowatt-hour. As a result, the RZ's EPA estimated range is just 196 miles for the luxury trim with 20-inch wheels and 220 miles for the entry-level premium version on 18-inch wheels. Might Lexus introduce a larger capacity battery? Unfortunately, we're told the e-tron platform can't accommodate a larger pack unless the wheelbase is stretched. No matter what vehicle you're coming out of, the available steer-by-wire system and its steering yoke take getting used to. The yoke turns a little past 90 degrees in each direction, and the last bit of steering brings what can be a surprising amount of response. It's very easy to oversteer for a 90-degree corner, particularly when starting off from a stop or when attempting a K-turn. Now this will conclude our review from today. Thank you for listening to this information, and we would love to see you come back to our channel.